What's good, y'all? So this story time about how I got robbed from my Tahoe at the gas station, man. So look, it's one late night, me and my girl, we get into it, right? We arguing and we going at it. I'm talking about we going at it. Well, I don't give a F and da 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 da, right? And I'm like, what? I don't give a fuck neither. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I don't give a fuck neither. That was a fly. I've been trying to get that punk fly for like 10 minutes now. I got finally, you seen that? Quit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so she like, I don't give a, oh, he a gangster, he done came back. I don't give a, leave then, da 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 da. I'm like, huh? No, I don't give a, I'll leave. You know what I'm saying? She like, well, leave. I'm like, bet. I get to looking up hotels. I done found me a hotel where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, my daughter texting me. All right, I'm back. So she like, leave then. I'm like, bet. So I'm finding a hotel or whatever. I finally find my hotel that I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Because this normal, like we done got into it before. This normal, you know what I'm saying? So I'm figuring I'll probably be gone a day or two or something like that and let it cool down. You know, the first thing somebody do, what a man do when they leaving, if you ain't grabbing them shoes and all of that, you gotta grab a PlayStation, right? So I grabbed my PS4 because I ain't had a PS5 at the time. I grabbed my PS4. I've been trying to get this fly for like, I'm gonna catch him. I've been trying to, you know what I'm saying? So I grabbed PS4 in the bag, couple things of clothes, thousands of dollars worth of cologne. Like if you know me, you know I like to smell good. So all my cologne in the whip because you never know when you might need to, you know what I'm saying? Just a little extra. And I'm mixing them. I ain't gonna say the fragrances. I don't want nobody smelling like me. But all my cologne, you know what I'm saying? New cocaine white forces with the light gray check, light gray bottom. Just got them. I ain't put them on my feet yet, right? So I grabbed me a couple little fits or whatever. I'm like, man, I'm gone. She like, well, go ahead then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bet. Don't worry about it. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't even trip. Take my little shit to the whip or whatever. So I find my room where I'm going. And before I go, I'm thinking about it, right? I'm like, man, I don't know if I was in the wrong, but I'm like, man, this shit ain't worth it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get to thinking, like, once I get in my whip, get to calming down, just thinking about it. I'm like, damn, this shit ain't worth it. I'm like, shit, let me go to the gas station and grab me something to drink real quick. And just, cause it's like, we been arguing for probably like an hour, right? And we done stop and then it sparked back up. So stop, spark back up. We just in disagreement mode, right? We bumping heads. We ain't giving ground. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna win this or she gonna win. Like, you know what I'm saying? We both being stubborn and prideful, right? Petty. Should have just dropped it. But anyway, now it's like 5, 6 in the morning. So I go to the gas station on Kalamazoo, almost to 28th Street, right? Almost to 28. It's right. It's Myers gas station, right? So I pull up there. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna just grab me a little bit to drink. I go, and it's late night, so this fly gangster, he just really don't care. I'm gonna catch him too. He keep coming close to me. So it's when it's late night, you can't go inside the gas station. You gotta go to the window. So I don't see nobody out there. So I just park in the first pump. Coincidentally, actually, there was a person. I'm sitting in the whip, letting him do his thing, and then he get in the whip. He leave. So now I jump on my whip. I leave it running, right? Because I'm like, shit, ain't nobody around. It's late night. And I'm going to just be in and out of this window. I go to the window. I get me a Sprite. And I get me an orange juice. I don't know why, but I get a Sprite and a Simply orange juice. So while I'm standing at the window, you know, I'm always checking my surroundings or whatever. Something told me turn around. So I turn around, I look. And I see 3 young boys, right? I see one young boy, probably like brown skin, maybe like 5, 10, something like that. I see another young boy, which I'll never forget his face. Anyway, he fat, heavy set. He had like an afro, right? And then the day leader, you know what I'm saying? He got like he got a shiesty. He got a shiesty on, right? So he got his shiesty pulled down. And I see them, they look like they on some bullshit because they looking around and doing all the whole shit, looking around. So I'm like, man, I'm just keeping my eye on them, right? So I'm looking at them, they ain't no shit, right? It's like they go on the side of Myers by where the propane and tanks is at and all that. So like I'm my peripheral, I'm peeping like, okay, they over that way, right? I turn back around, I stop paying attention because I'm waiting on dog to give me the orange juice and the Sprite. I get the pan, I turn back around, I look at my whip. Tell me why these three little young punks is looking in my whip like this. Like they on my windows like these, looking inside my whip, right? So I double take. I'm like, man, got my Sprite, got my OJ, instantly run over to my whip. I'm like, man, get the fuck away from my car, right? I'm like, man, let niggas get over. You know what I'm saying? And the fat boy, I see it in his eyes. He's scared. He back up. The other little dude on the passenger side, he ain't with no mask. He ain't really tripping. He like just standing there, kind of like deer in headlights type. They leader with the shiesty. I'm like, man, get the fuck away from my whip. I run up on him. I go to my driver's side door. This little young nigga opened my door, right? He opened the driver door. He telling them, get in, get in. I'm like, man, look, I'll go to, man, if I coulda, he would have took this right hand because he seen it. I'm like, look. And he between the driver door, he in between it, and so he opened the door to block me off, right? And from on top of him, he stand on my whip. And from over top of the driver door, all one motion, he up on me. He pull that thing out, right? So he instantly, hold on. Actually, I got the perfect little lighter to show y'all so y'all can get a concept of what I went through right there. Hold on. I had to get the lighter and stand up for this one so now y'all can get a better reference of what happened. So he in between my door like this, right? And he stand over top of my door and I'm finna throw this, you know what I'm saying? Soon as he get over top of my door like this, he just all one motion. He come over top of it. And up, this a lighter, by the way. You know what I'm saying? TikTok don't do me dirty. This is a lighter. You see that flame? Okay. So he up it. He up it on me, right? Throw it right in my face, right? I had to stand up to show y'all that. I'm like, oh, right? You know what I'm saying? You got it. Dog got it to me. I'm like, oh, you got it, right? I back up. And so he see he got the upper advantage now, right? So he got heart. Now he tough, right? So I'm like, oh, you got it. He to close my door and get to walking towards me with it just like these, right? I'm like, oh, this look finna burn me over my own whip, right? I'm like, oh, what I do? Man, I just turn around and I take off. I'm like, let him have, cause what I'm gonna do? I'm not finna, look, I don't know how people be getting shot when they getting robbed over their material shit. Bro, fuck that. You can get another whip, get another chain, get another whatever. You know what I'm saying? You can have that thing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Enjoy that whip for now. Cause you gon' have, you know what I'm saying? Just plot your revenge. So I skate, right? And I run and I turn back. Like I run probably like 10 feet away from him. I shouldn't have turned my back to him, but I did. I wasn't thinking. It was just all adrenaline, you know what I'm saying? So I turn my back to him. I run about 10 feet, turn back around. I see little dog running to my whip. They all getting in, closing my doors, right? I'm like, oh, fuck. You know what I'm saying? I see these young niggas pulling off in my Tahoe. My black on black, my black baby. I'm like, oh, I can't believe it. They done went the other way. I'm like, man, I wish it was all God's plan. You know, it was supposed to go how it went. So they pull off in my shit. I'm calling my girl. I'm like, man, I just got robbed from my truck. Da 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 da. She think I'm lying because we done got into it. I'm like, nah, no, like I'm dead. Come get me from Myers. Like it's like 30 seconds away from my crib. So we gotta make up. We mad, but we gotta get the whip back. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I swear to God, like, come grab me. She come get me. I'm hot. I'm like, man, these niggas took my whip arguing with you. First thing she say is, God don't like ugly. I'm like, ain't that a bitch? So that's how you feel? My car is gone. Gunpoint. I'm hot, right? And she see I ain't bullshitting. She come get me from Myers. She like, oh, this nigga for real. I'm like, yeah, they really took my whip. You know what I'm saying? We ended up finding it a couple days later. They done blew the transmission. It won't even start and the whole shit. Now, man, I searched up and down these blocks for them little niggas. But It's all good because God blessed me with a BMW after. But anyway, that was a quick story time, man. Love.